You weren't born to blend in. You weren't born to apologize. You weren't born to chase comfort. You were born to rise, to grind, to fight, to build a life that demands respect. There's a voice inside you. It's been there since you were a kid, before the world told you to stay quiet, before school trained you to follow, before failure taught you doubt. That voice, your true self, never left. It's still in there, screaming to breathe, but you buried it, under fear, under comfort, under the weight of expectation. And now you wonder why you're restless, why nothing feels right. It's because you're not living the life you were born for. You weren't made to be average. You weren't made to sit in the crowd, scroll your phone, live for weekends and die quietly. You were made to dominate, to lead, to suffer and survive, to thrive, and then inspire others to do the same. Stop running from the hard. The hard is where you grow. The hard is where you meet yourself. The hard is where average breaks and champions are born. No one's coming to save you. Not your parents, not your friends, not your mentor, not even God. You've got to fight every single day. You've got to look in the mirror and say, I got this, even when it feels like you don't. And when you fall, and you will, you get back up, because that's what beasts do. They don't beg, they don't wait, they rebuild, in silence, in pain, in darkness. That's where it starts, when no one's watching. No applause, no spotlight. Just you, the grind, the choice. Do I quit, or keep going? If you're hearing this, I already know what you'll choose. You're not soft. You're not weak. You were born for this. Born with fire. Born with drive. Born to bleed, to break, and come out the other side with scars and strength. Born to be dangerous, not reckless. Controlled. Focused. Silent. Ruthless when it counts. Gentle when you choose. You don't need permission. You don't need praise. You need war. With yourself. You need the fire inside so hot that quitting isn't even on the table. So hot, the idea of being average makes you sick. And pain? It's coming. Life will test you. People will turn. Dreams will collapse. But that's your moment. That's your proving ground. That's the chance to become more. Tired? Good. That means you're fighting. That means you've been swinging while others stayed down. Hurting? Even better. Pain means you're still alive, still hungry, still in the game. You weren't born just to survive. You were born to dominate, to outwork, to outthink, to outlast. Every day you wake up is another chance to prove you're not done, another shot to remind the world you're a problem. And if they doubt you, perfect, let them. Doubt is fuel. Every time they laugh, train harder. Every time they say, he ain't got it, go further. You don't need their belief, you need you. That locked-in version of yourself who doesn't blink when things get ugly. You weren't made to crumble. You were made to climb, to bend, never break, to carry the weight they said would crush you and turn it into muscle, mental, physical, spiritual. Feel that? That tension in your gut, that itch in your chest. That's the call to level up. To take the life you want with blood, sweat, and sacrifice. Not everyone gets it. That's fine. This life isn't for everyone. Let them sleep. Let them scroll. Let them settle. You were made different. You feel different. You want more. And that's dangerous. Because a man with nothing to lose is wild. But a man with a mission, he's unbreakable. Stuck, lost, in hell, good. That's where real ones are built. No filters, no pretending. Just you and the fire. That's where the beast is born. Not in comfort, but in the chaos. When everything's stripped away and all that's left is will, no plan B, no backup, just you. And in that moment, where most men break, you roar, louder than fear, louder than excuses, louder than failure, because you know who you are, and you know who you're becoming, and you will not, cannot stop now. Ever look in the mirror and not recognize the person staring back, not because you've changed, but because you've settled. You stopped chasing, started surviving. That version of you, that's not who you were born to be. You were born for fire, born for chaos, born to carry what others drop, born for pressure, because diamonds don't form without it. If you want to shine, you've got to embrace the squeeze. Everyone wants to win. Everyone wants success. But here's the question. Are you willing to bleed for it? Not just want it, earn it. Because wanting isn't enough. Wishing isn't enough. Hope is not a strategy. What's your strategy? Wake up early, push past your limits, do the work when no one's watching, especially when no one's watching. That's when it counts. That's when greatness is born. Not on stage, not in lights, in the dark, in the grind, in silence. The strongest version of you, it's buried under doubt, fear, excuses, comfort, but it's not gone. It's waiting for you to say, no more soft, no more small, no more hiding. There's a beast in you, a savage, a machine. And every day you waste is another day he's locked in a cage. But unlock that cage, the world better move. Because once you stop negotiating with weakness, once you go all in, nothing can stop you. They'll say you're too intense, that you care too much, push too hard. Good, that means you're doing something right. Because the ones who change the game, they don't blend in. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to be loud, meant to be different, meant to shake the system, punch through the noise, and show the world what happens when a man chooses purpose over comfort. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's handing you the life you want. You've got to take it. You've got to look around and say, I'm done living like this, and then back it up. Talk is cheap. Motivation without movement, just noise. You don't need another quote. You need reps. More early mornings, more late nights, more days when you don't feel like it, but you show up anyway. That's where change happens. Not when it's easy, when it's hard. When your body says stop and your purpose says go. This world doesn't reward comfort. It doesn't even reward effort. It rewards execution. It rewards the ones who turn pain into power, discipline into legacy. You say you want it? Prove it. Show me your scars. Show me the schedule. Show me the pain you didn't run from. That's the proof. Because here's the truth. Suffering is required. You don't get to skip it. You'll feel one of two pains. The pain of discipline or the pain of regret. One builds you, the other buries you. So choose. Every day, you choose. And when you're tired, keep going. When it hurts, keep going. When it feels like there's nothing left, dig deeper. Because the version of you you're chasing, he's out there, still grinding, still pulling further ahead. And it's up to you to catch him. It's up to you to become the man who doesn't break, the man who doesn't flinch, the man who doesn't stop because it hurts. That man, that's who you were born to be. Forget motivation. Chase obsession. Chase purpose. Chase that moment in the mirror when you say, I gave it everything. I became who I was meant to be. That's peace. That's power. That's legacy. You ever see a lion hesitate before it pounces? A wolf pause before it bites. Number. Because instinct doesn't ask for permission, it acts. That instinct, that fire, is in you too. You've just buried it under comfort, excuses, and lies you were fed growing up. They told you to be polite, to stay calm, to blend in, but that never built warriors, that never made legends, that never created dangerous men. You want to build a legacy? Here's the formula. Pressure, pain, isolation. Losing everything and rising anyway. That's where it's forged. That's where you're headed, if you stop running and face the battle. So let them call you obsessed. Let them call you crazy. Let them laugh while you grind. Because while they sleep, you're sharpening. While they scroll, you're working. While they doubt, you're proving. And that's what this is about. Not proving them wrong, proving yourself right. Proving your will is stronger than your wounds. Proving your grind is louder than your fear. Proving that nothing they throw at you can stop a man who refuses to stay down. Because this world, it's a war zone. Mentally, physically, spiritually. And the only way through is to become unshakable. Not because life gets easier. Because you get stronger. Stronger than the excuses. Stronger than the pain. Stronger than the voice that tells you to quit. You were born for this. Born for the moments when everything's against you. And the only option left is to fight. To push forward with blood in your mouth and fire in your chest. Think champions feel ready all the time? Hell no. They feel fear, they feel doubt, but they move anyway. That's the difference. Action through resistance. That's power. That's what separates winners from watchers. And you're not here to clap for others. You're here to claim what's yours, to walk into the storm and say, I'm still standing. Not because you were lucky, not because someone chose you, because you fought longer, bled deeper, refused to quit, even when everything in you screamed to stop. That's what it takes. That's who you are. This isn't about talent. It's not about genetics. It's not about luck. It's about decisions, one after another after another. The decision to stay late, the decision to push through, the decision to outlast the voice in your head telling you to quit. That voice, it's always there. It'll whisper, you're tired. You've done enough. Nobody's watching. It doesn't matter. That voice is the enemy. It's the soft part of you that only wants safety, not success. And if you listen to it, you'll live a small life. but you weren't built for small. You weren't made to tiptoe through life and die with your potential still trapped inside you. You were born for impact, born to shift the energy in any room, not with talk, but with work. Work no one saw, reps no one clapped for. That quiet storm behind your eyes, that's real, and the world feels it. You want to be taken seriously. Then be serious. Show up when others sleep. Stay sharp when they get soft. Be consistent when they flinch. Be obsessed, not just motivated. Motivation fades. Discipline doesn't. Discipline wins. It's the contract you sign when you choose to be different. Want to change your life? Start with your standards. Raise them and then back them up. Because people don't get what they dream of. They get what they tolerate. Tolerate average? That's all you'll ever be. But when you decide average is banned from your life, when you choose to die chasing greatness instead of living with regret, everything shifts. That's when you tap into something bigger than pain, stronger than doubt. That's when you start becoming who you were meant to be. Don't get it twisted. This isn't a one-day decision. It's every day, every representative, every morning, every moment you choose between progress and excuse. So choose. Be the man who shows up when it's hard. Be the man who stares weakness in the face and says, "Not today." Be the man who turns failure into fuel, doubt into drive. Be him, because once you become him, they'll never forget you. Everybody says they want it until it's time to bleed for it, until it's time to break down and rebuild, until it's time to sacrifice sleep, comfort, ego, and fun. That's the price, and most people won't pay it. But not you. You didn't come this far to stop now. You didn't crawl through hell just to walk away when it gets hard again. You came to conquer the fire, let the rest fold, let them give in. That's not your story. Your story is about becoming the version of you that doesn't flinch, that doesn't need perfect conditions, that doesn't need cheerleaders or hype, just a mission, a reason, a vision that won't quit. You think champions feel ready? You think they wake up smiling, full of energy? One number. They feel like you, tired, worn down, beat up, but they move anyway. That's why they lead, that's why they win. And you've got that same fire. You just need to flip the switch, go full savage, not sometimes, always, because being who you were born to be isn't a feeling, it's a decision. Every day, when it's raining, when it's hard, when the world's stacked against you, that's when you double down. That's when you remind yourself, you are not weak, you are not broken, you are not lost. You are a weapon, a force, a storm. You've got scars to prove it. The pain in your chest, that's power. The silence around you, that's space to grow. The darkness, that's the weight that forges giants. So don't flinch, don't pull back, don't hesitate. Lean in, own it, use it. Let pain become your edge. Let failure teach you to fly. Let your past become pressure, because that's how diamonds are made. And the world, it needs your shine. The real ones, the savages, the monsters, the legends. They don't wait for perfect timing. They create the timing. They don't need a reason to go hard. Breathing is reason enough. You woke up today, that's your green light. Now move. Move like you know time is running out, because it is. Every second you waste is gone. Every hesitation is lost momentum. Every excuse is buried potential. There are no redos, no resets, no second chances at this version of today. So stop acting like you've got forever. You don't. Every moment counts, every representative, every decision, every word you speak. It's either building the man you were meant to be or destroying him. You feed the beast or you starve it. You build the legacy or you bury it. There is no middle ground, no 50%, no kinda want it. This path, it demands everything. If you're not ready to give everything, walk away, because this is for the committed, the obsessed, the possessed, the ones who suffer now so they can be free later, who know that pain now is peace later, that pressure now becomes power later. You've got to get ruthless with your excuses, with your time, with your weakness. Get aggressive about who you want to be. You don't tiptoe into greatness. You don't stumble into domination. You kick the damn door down. You wake up early, even when you're tired. You push when your muscles scream no. You keep going when everyone else quits, because deep down, you know something they don't. You were born for this, born for war, born for the days that break most people, born for the long game, born for sacrifice, born for the dirt, the blood, the lonely nights. Born to crawl through fire and walk out laughing, because once you realize you're built for the worst of it, nothing scares you anymore. And that's when you become unstoppable. Most people don't fail because they're not capable. They fail because they break in the silence, when the clapping stops, when the lights go out, when the grind gets quiet. But you're different. You thrive in silence. You don't need noise. You don't need fans. You just need purpose. That fire. That reason that keeps burning when everything else goes dark. That's what separates warriors from the weak. The ability to keep going when it's just you. No spotlight, no hype. Just that voice saying, again. You've got to be the one who shows up uninvited, who trains without a clock, who sharpens his blade for battles that haven't even arrived yet. Because life doesn't give you a warning. It doesn't send you pain on a schedule. It hits you in the middle of your comfort, in the middle of your success. And if you're not ready, you're done. That's why you stay ready. That's why you move like a savage. They ask, why are you so intense? Because mediocrity is everywhere, and I refuse to join it. Because average is the disease and effort is the cure. When it's all said and done, I don't want to be remembered for what I said. I want to be remembered for what I became. You weren't born for safety. You weren't born for soft mornings and easy wins. You were born for the grind, born for the chase, born to become something people whisper about. So let them talk. While they talk, you move. While they post, you train. While they wait, you build. And one day, when you show up, unrecognizable, undeniable, they'll ask how you did it, and you'll look them dead in the eye and say, I never stopped.